Thank you, Councilwoman. Mayor Armstead?
Good evening, everyone. First, can you beg my indulgence? I have a report that I have to give for the chief as well, so it may be a little lengthy. First and foremost, I'd like to announce that a few days ago I received a market activity report from a local realtor, and I was informed through this report that over the last 24 months, the estimated value of homes in Linden has gone up about 16%. And the actual sales price has gone up over 10% for many homes in Linden. As a homeowner and a resident, I'm happy to announce, and I'm very proud that the city of Linden property values have been increasing in value, and that your investment is a good investment. Moving along, later on this evening, you look at our resolutions, you'll see something on the agenda, Resolution 2019-305. It will deal with the LCP, that's the Linden chlorine property. This is a 26-acre property in Trimley Point that has been abandoned for about 25 years. It's the only Superfund site in the city and potentially the largest Superfund site in the county. My administration inherited this property, and over the last couple of months we've been working very hard to get this property back on the tax rolls, and I think we're going to have some luck in doing so. I want to thank my economic development person, Alex Laspinosu, and all his hard work in trying to bring this to fruition. Also, Resolution 2019-306, this is 2525 Brunswick Avenue. This is an old property that a portion of it has an old mattress factory on it. We now have a developer who would like to build a 500,000 square foot warehouse, which will bring the potential for increase in taxes for that property. Many of you know Hans Hansberg, and Hans comes to the mic almost every council meeting, and he has a lot to say. But I want to congratulate him this evening because he's being appointed to the Environmental Commission. Hans is an individual. He comes to the microphone, he says what he has to say, but he just doesn't come to the microphone. He stops by my office and he voices his concern, and he just doesn't complain. He comes to the office with solutions sometimes, and that's what we're looking for. We want to embrace people who bring solutions and who want to try to make Linden better. It's very easy to come to a microphone and throw stones and complain, but bringing in solutions is where we all should be. And speaking of solutions, okay, a number of meetings we sit here, and people do complain about the SID and various branches of government that we have in this town. And I do believe in my heart of heart that the 10th Ward Council person, Gretchen Hickey, is passionate about our SID. And I think this governing body, next year when we start doing committee assignments, I do believe that we should put her on the SID committee. I do think that she offers, she has, I'm running a little fever tonight. No, no, I'm just kidding. No, I do believe that that her intentions are honorable, and that she does want to make the SID a better organization. And when people really sincerely want to do a good job, I think they should be given an opportunity to do a good job, and that's the case here. And sometimes we have to put our little political differences aside so that we can move the city forward. Okay, moving along, Legacy Square. Last month I announced that we have Chick-fil-A who's coming to Legacy Square. I'm happy to announce that Linden's going to have its first seafood restaurant chain coming to Linden. Hook and Reel will be coming to Legacy Square. We also have LA Fitness and Taco Bell that are coming. All have signed leases at the Legacy Square development. That's the former GM property. They are proposing to be open at the beginning of next year. On another positive note, we received a call from the general manager for the Super Walmart, and they project to hire 300 employees, which they plan on working with our Linden First program to provide employment to our local residents. The projected opening date for the Super Walmart will be the middle of November. Later on this evening, you'll see a resolution in Office of Constituent Services. In the last few weeks or so, we've been receiving a number of complaints with regards to homeless people. And at one point during the last campaign, there were some things that were said with regards to certain aspects of our community not being addressed. So I think that it's time for us to move into the 2020 and update how we do things in Linden, change how we do things in Linden. And one such office will be the Office of Constituent Services. We will attempt to have a branch that will address senior citizens, a branch that will address homeless and disabled, another branch to address the diversity in this community. And we don't want anybody to come into our town and think that they're not welcome, and that there's, for some reason, because of who they are, where they come from, that we're not going to extend a handout and try to help them succeed in our town, because the town is certainly big enough for everybody to succeed. Okay. Also like to announce the mayor's annual Backpack to School, which is Monday, the 26th of August, from 5:30 to 8 p.m. We will be giving out free backpacks and supplies to anyone from kindergarten to 12th grade, both public and private schools. The event will take place at the Promenade on Wood Avenue, and the check-in will be behind CVS. You must show proof of residency. I'd also like to announce Community Day at 4th Ward Park, which will be Saturday, August 24th, and that will be from 12 to 8. And I'd like to extend a special thanks to Janelle Henderson for putting this event together every year. She does it. She's always been, and hopefully always will be, a person who gives back to her community, and I've seen that all her life. She's always cared and loved that 4th Ward, and we do thank her for her efforts. Last but certainly not least, I have a report from the police department, from the chief. The Linden Police Department, along with Linden First, will be sponsoring an information session for the New Jersey law enforcement applicants on Thursday, August 22nd at 6:30 p.m. in the Linden City Hall Planning Room. That's on the 3rd floor in this building. Police officers will be in attendance to provide information on testing and the application process. You may RSVP to the lindenfirstnj@gmail.com, or you can also call the Linden Police Department Professional Standards Division at 908-474-8477, or you can email policejobs@lpdnj.org. For more information, the application deadline is August 31st. You can also go to www.nj.gov/CSC. And that concludes my report, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mayor.